All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to your third bonus workout. And today we're going to continue working on mobility and working the joints through an active range of motion, and meaning that we want to make sure it's pain-free and that we're listening to our body and that we're really feeling the work in the muscles that we're supposed to be feeling it, and doing what's good for us today. So we're going to start laying on our back. So if you're not comfortable going to the floor, you can always try this from the bed or a couch, or you can stay seated and follow along. We won't be here long, just a couple of minutes. So come to lay on your back, and we're going to start with just to bring your knee up, and you're going to grab behind your knee, and we're just going to do some really big ankle circles. We're going to do 3 and then switch directions. And then we're going to straighten that leg and bend it all the way straight, and then bring it down. And then you're going to come all the way up to straight. Now you're just going to pull the toe towards your face and point, pull and point, working through the calf and the ankle. And let's bring that foot down, bring the other knee up. We're going to circle first, big circles through that ankle joint, switch directions. And now we're just going to straighten the leg and bend and straighten. And we need to focus on squeezing through the quadricep muscles as you come to straighten the leg. Now we're going to keep the leg here, pull the toe down and point, pull and point, and release. All right, so feet are going to be hip distance apart on the mat. You're going to keep your left foot where it is. I want you to take your right leg and I want you to swing it all the way across. So it's crossed at the knee, but the left foot is still on the left side of the mat. So hands are going to come down by your side, nice and easy. I want you to rock both knees over towards the right so that you're coming onto the inside of your left foot. And then you're going to come back to starting. So this is a movement, an active movement. We're not holding it. We're not forcing it down. We're just stopping at our natural stopping point and then coming back to starting. So you're going to feel the hips shift. You're going to feel a stretch through the hips and the thigh, and you'll feel that core work on the opposite side. And we're going to do 2 more. And we're going to stop here. Bring the right foot to be right underneath the right hip, and then the left knee is going to cross all the way over. All right, now you're going to shift the knees to the left. You're coming onto the inside of that right foot this time. So you should feel the same type of stretching and strengthening on the opposite sides now. All right, we're going to do 2 more. And rest, very nice. All right, we're going to bring your knees to tabletop. And we're going to have your feet and your knees together. I want to bring your arms out to the side, palms up, nice and easy. We're going to shift our knees all the way to the right. And then when you get almost to the floor, I want you to use your oblique muscles and come back to center, all the way to the left. And then exhale, back to center. So you again, feel that oblique work on each side. And last one here. Now we're going to come back to center. Now I want you to bring your knees all the way over to the right. Let the knees come to the floor. We're going to look to the left. You're opening up the shoulder, and take a breath. And now we're going to bring the knees up through the center. Bring the knees all the way over to the right, all the way over to the left rather, and then look to the right. And then come back to starting. We're going to grab both knees, and I just want you to rock side to side and kind of massage through the lower back. And then we're going to rock up to a seated position. And we're going to bring our feet and our knees wide. So we're opening up through the hips here. So you want a pretty wide stance. You're going to bring your weight back onto your hands, and then you're going to let your knees fall to the side. If both knees do not make it to the floor, that's okay. But we want to feel the strengthening through the internal rotator muscles, and you'll feel a stretch through the hip flexors. And if this feels okay, you can start to walk your hands up so you're coming to more of an upright position. And if you move around on the floor, that's all right. But theoretically, your feet are staying where they're at. All right, we got 1 more on each. And come back to center. Bring the feet together. And actually, sorry, we're going to come to a cross-legged position. All right, so we're going to do a little bit more twisting this week. First, we're going to start with the head. So I just want you to look over your right shoulder and then look over your left. And look over your right and left. Last one. And now we're going to come back to center and just let your head fall to the right and to the left. One more on each. All right, now we're going to come into a spine twist. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Your arms are going to actually come out to the side for this one. Remember, we want to keep the shoulders down, arms directly out to the side. So you're just going to follow your hand, twisting through the abs over towards one side, and then we're going to come through the center. So you're pulling one arm towards the back, the other arm's coming towards the front. Let's do one more on each. And back to center, arms can come down. Now you're gonna bring your right hand to your lower back. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of a stretch here, but it's gonna be for the neck. So I want you to see if you can bring that shoulder up and sit up nice and tall without arching your back. Okay, the other hand can stay on the floor. I want you to bring your chin towards the opposite shoulder. So from this position, you're gonna see if you can draw that elbow back even more. And then release, and then you're gonna let your head fall over to the left. Draw the elbow back again and see if you can look up just slightly. And release. Very nice. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. So left hand to the lower back, so it's flat to your lower back. Draw that elbow back, sit up nice and tall. Draw the chin towards your right shoulder. And then come back to starting and let your head fall over to the right shoulder. Look up slightly. And release. All right, so we're gonna now go to hands and knees, or if you're using a chair, you're gonna put your hands on the chair. Okay. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is hip circles again. So I want you to bring your foot up towards the ceiling, squeeze through the glute, and then you're gonna make that full circle. And we're just gonna do 3, and then we're gonna switch directions. So now you'll go up first, kick back, out, and around, trying to get through every angle of that hip joint. And then we're gonna go to the other side. All right, so you're gonna bring the knee towards the elbow, out and around. And now we're gonna switch directions. Very good. Okay. So we're going to do a twist here. So I want you to reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. So your arm is long, you're reaching your fingertips up. You can look at your hand. And now we're going to sweep through. We're going to come all the way to the floor, head to the floor, back of the arm lays to the floor. But now we're going to go right back into that twist. So you're going to open with a long arm, reach through, head to the floor, arm to the floor. Let's do one more. And back to starting. So you can reset here. And let's reach the left arm up, open or squeezing the back of the shoulder, opening through the front of the shoulder. And one more, all the way through and back to starting. Okay, so now we're going to briefly come back onto our heels. Okay, so if you're using the chair, you're just going to reach back. Now, as you're reaching forward, I want you to come through that full range, and you're going to bring your belly to the floor, and then you're going to push back, reach again, and all the way forward. You can also do this on a wall if you're standing. And we're going to do 2 more just like this. And last one. So now we're going to come through all the way. We're going to come into what we call a locust pose. So I want you to, if you're on the floor, I want you to glue your legs together. So you have one leg right now. Arms are going to come down by your side. Palms can be down. Okay, so we're going to squeeze your glutes. You're going to keep your legs together and you're lifting them, but at the same time, you're going to press into your belly and lift your chest up off the floor. Now I want you to lift your chest even more and reach your fingertips towards your heels. Okay, so we're focusing on opening the chest, squeezing the upper back muscles, squeezing the glutes, slowly come down and rest. We're going to do 2 more like that, and then we're going to stand up. So let's squeeze the glutes. Legs are together. Press the belly into the mat. Reach the hands towards the heels. Breathe and release. Good. We're going to do 1 more. All right. So squeeze the glutes, lift the legs, press the belly into the mat. Reach your fingertips towards your heels and slowly come back down. All right. Now from here, we're going to press back into that child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here, and then we're going to make our way up to standing. Okay. So if you need to use a chair for a little bit of assistance, you can have the chair next to you. Otherwise, we're going to put our hands on our hips. I'm going to show you the side view to start. All right, so you're going to take a step back with your right foot. So right foot is back, left foot's forward. Both of your hip bones are pointed towards the screen or towards the front of your mat. All right, so we're going to come up onto the toe, and then we're going to try to draw the heel down to the floor. Up on the toe, down on the heel. So every time we're just trying to get a little bit more stretch through that calf muscle. 1 more. All right, and then we're going to release that stretch so you can bring the heel up off the floor. We're going to shift forward just a little bit more. So a lot of weight is on that front leg. All right, we're going to reach the right arm up. Inhale, and I want you to look up and see if you can get a good stretch through that hip flexor. Come back to neutral. See if you can reach over towards that left leg or left side. And then really try to pull the elbow back and look up. Good. Come back to starting. And release. And let's go ahead and do the other side. And left foot's going to come back. All right, we're starting with heel raises off the floor. Trying to draw the heel down. Just let the gravity take it. Don't force it. And 1 more. Very good. All right, now we're going to shift our weight forward a little bit more. Reach your left arm up right by your ear. And then look up slightly. See if you can get a deeper hip stretch there. Good. Come back to center. Now we're going to go to the other to the right. And then see if you can draw the elbow back and look up and get that deep hip stretch. Very good. All right, arm can come down. Last thing we're going to do here, we're going to stay in a standing position, but we're trying not to shift our hips, all right? So we're going to be twisting and opening. At the same time, we're going to be reaching towards the floor. So this is called a windmill. So the first version we're going to do is I want you to bring your fingertips behind your ear. All right, you're going to be reaching the right arm either down towards the center of your feet or towards your left foot. Right hand behind your ear, left arm's going to reach towards the right foot. So it's going to look like this. You're trying not to shift your hips. All right, you're opening through the upper body while you are going into that squat position. And then you're going to come back to standing. If that's a little bit too much, because I don't want you to be pulling your head forward, you can take the arm out of it and just see if you can do the reach with a twist. So you should be, eventually your chest should be facing the side. All right, we're going to try a couple just like this. Squeeze through those glutes as you stand up nice and tall. All right, now if you want to intensify it, bring that arm up, straight up in the air. See if you can do it again. Very good. All right, let's do the other side. So left fingertips behind your ears. Watch the shoulders here, right? Okay, we're going to be reaching across, kick the hips back, twist, open, deep twist through that torso. Nice and slow always on these because we want to be super careful to keep the core activated. All right, if you want to try with the arm up, remember you can always just reach towards the center of your feet, not necessarily towards the opposite foot. We're going to do 1 more. Very nice, and rest. All right, last thing we're going to do here, I just want you to bring your hands up to chest level. Elbows are going to be up. Again, shoulders are down. A little bit of a bend in your knees, but we do want a wide stance here. And I'm going to actually bring my knuckles together. No, just on the chest. So we're going to be focusing on the elbow that's going upwards, all right? Yes, the other elbow is going down, but I really want you to focus on getting that elbow up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to go to the other side. Again, slow on these. Notice my hips are not shifting. All right, it's from the waist up that is doing the movement. And again, keep focusing on that elbow that's going up towards the ceiling. If you're not getting it straight up, that's okay. Don't worry so much about that, but you should feel it really nice, stretch through the sides, and quite a bit of core work here. Again, we go slow on these. We got 2 more on each. Very good. Last one. And rest. So one other thing that you want to think about if you come back and do this again is we're not going forward or back also. So it's like you're in between 2 panes of glass as you're doing the side bend. So keep that in mind as well. All right, now we're just going to finish with 3 deep breaths. So arms, palms are forward, shoulders down. Give me a nice deep inhale and reach. Shoulders down. And then as you exhale, we're just going to come back down. And 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. And we are done for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.